Hello everybody, and welcome back to another airport at the Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport here. It is the beginning of October here, and we have a fun update to start. October is October 1st, and it is 11:51 specifically in the morning, so that is the time frame for this update here, but we have plenty of aircraft to get into in today's update. And we'll get started right here on runway 30 right, where we have this U.S. Air Force C-130 right here. This is for the Air National Guard here that we have at MSP. I don't get to use this model too often, but I figured why not put it in this update. So this one is taking off right now. We'll just be doing a flight around the area. That's just pretty much what they do, probably just like some training flights and stuff. But that is what this aircraft is doing. Great to get the C-130 in here. Looks great right here, and maybe at some point I'll add some more to the fleet in terms of C-130s, as they are. You have a base of a few here, but good to get the model in here. My only Gemini Max model. And our first commercial aircraft here today, we have this Delta Connection CRJ-900 operated by Endeavor Air. This one is in from Cincinnati, and it will be heading out to Fargo, North Dakota later. And now moving into the rest of the A gates here, where we have a nice lineup of RJs here, beginning on the left of your screen, where we have the Comair 30 years of flight CRJ-900. Obviously not operated by Comair anymore, as they are no longer. This one is actually operated by Endeavor. And this one arrived in from Cleveland Hopkins, and it'll be heading out to Cincinnati. Cincinnati was formerly based, or Comair was formerly based in Cincinnati, so that's pretty nice right there. Kind of fitting with the aircraft. And then we have the Gemini Jets 2021 release, Delta Connection CRJ-900, so good to get both of those aircraft right next to each other right there. This one's operated by SkyWest and arrived in from Madison-Dade County, or MSP Aviation's airport, and it'll be heading out to Sioux Falls, and that is JJ Skippy's airport, so that's very nice right there. Finally here we have the CRJ-200 operated by SkyWest, it used to be operated by Endeavor. The registration ends in EV on the real aircraft. But Endeavor has not operated these flights on the CRJ-200 since this summer. They're all SkyWest now. So this one is a SkyWest operated flight, contrary to what the registration number would tell you. Well, this one arrived in from International Falls, not Iron Mountain. And this one will be heading out to Brainerd, Minnesota, carrying the Toolmaster. That is a very niche reference. I doubt anyone in the watching the video will get it. If you do get it, comment down below. But yeah, very 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 niche reference for that one. And here we have a Delta Connection CRJ-700. Yes, CRJ-700. Don't see these here very often. Here's an example of one. This one is operated by SkyWest and arrived in from Chicago Midway. And this one's been here since 7:44 a.m. And this one will still be here until 4:42, and then it'll head out to Bemidji. This is in the B concourse, so nice to get an aircraft here in the B concourse. This is pretty much just where they park if they're going to be sitting around for a while, or maybe they're getting some maintenance work done. Not really much action going on around here, but this one is here. We'll be heading out to Bemidji, so very interesting right there. Normally the CRJ-700 does not fly to Bemidji. This might just be like an aircraft swap or something. I'm not entirely sure why this is here at all, but it's pretty cool to get this one in here. And so yeah, CRJ-700 appearance, always love to see it. And now moving into the C gates here, beginning in the back there, we have some more RJs to get to. We have the CRJ-200 in the back there, operated by SkyWest, of course. I guess that doesn't really need to be said after what I said about the last CRJ-200. This one arrived in from Hibbing, and this one is going to be staying overnight here. I assume they have some repairs to get done. But yes, this one will not be heading out until tomorrow, on the 2nd of October, where it will be heading out to Brainerd, Minnesota, another Brainerd flight. So shout out to all the folk up in Brainerd, all my Brainerd viewers. I don't know if I have any, but if you are out there, shout out to you. And here we have this Delta Connection CRJ-900 operated by SkyWest. This one arrived in from Fort Wayne, and this one will be making the flight out to Rochester now, and just finished up the boarding process, and this one will be getting going here very shortly. And now moving into our Embraer lineup here. So excited for the Gemini Jet C-175. I already have mine on order, or my first one on order, I should say, because I did say I was going to buy two. I have one on order so far. Plans to get a second one, definitely still in order, as we are getting a whole bunch of MSP. I mean, I say that all the time, but it is true. And also, the plans still hold to convert the Delta, the custom one, into a different aircraft once I get the Gemini E175s, but obviously it's not happened yet since I haven't gotten that. So begin on the left of your screen, we have the old livery E170 plane for an E175, of course, operated by SkyWest. This one came in from Sioux Falls, and will be heading out to Cleveland, so two repeating destination origin right there. So okay, we're getting that a lot in this update, I feel like, but that's just how it goes sometimes. The next down, of course, we have the E-175 with the non-enhanced winglets, and that is realistic for the actual aircraft here, so that is very nice. And this one arrived in from Fargo, North Dakota, and it will be heading out to Washington Dulles. Very nice right there. And then here we have this Delta A321 here. It's getting backlit just because the terminal's in the way on the other side. This one arrived in from San Diego, and it will be heading out to New York LaGuardia. So that will conclude our C concourse, and now we have two aircraft in the D concourse. So it's a pretty busy D concourse, considering that on my version, there are only 4 gates. In real life, there are 6 gates, but one of those gates is not operating anymore. So really only 5 gates in real life. So we only have to compromise 1 gate at that concourse in my replica. So that's pretty good, considering how much I shrunk this airport in this replica. Unfortunately, the lighting is still going to bug me here. But here we have the 717, which arrived in from St. Louis, and it will be heading out to Charlotte, North Carolina. Looking very nice right here. Glad to have the 717 in here. This is like the 2013 release of it that I got it. I got it for like $80 from West Coast Diecast right before the Gemini Jets release. So it's kind of a stupid purchase, but does look really nice, and so nice. I mean, it's good to get the 717 in here. Not too many flight at MSP, but enough to where it justified needing to get a model, and that is where I'm at with the A320. So I'm hoping that NG Models releases a Delta A320, since there are so many flying to MSP now, and I don't have one. So NG Models, I believe they'll do it. I trust in them that they will do it next month, because they did the A319, and if they follow the pattern that they did with Spirit, then next month should be getting the A320. Crossing my fingers, hoping. I'm probably going to get 2 A320s too. Gosh, I'm going to spend so much money going down the Delta rabbit hole. I already have, and I mean, those are really like the last 2 Delta aircraft that I don't have, except for the 767-400, but those don't fly to MSP, so, or the A330-200 for that matter. We do get one of those, but that's not a super big deal, as I have the 330-300, which is close enough. But yeah, a lot of money going down the Delta rabbit hole. A lot has gone down that rabbit hole already, but makes this MSP airport even more fun. So we'll finally move on to our other aircraft in this concourse. And then here we have another Delta A321, and this one is also not getting a great angle. Before you say, oh, why don't you put the planes in a better angle? No. I can't sacrifice better angles. I can't sacrifice realism for better angles. You can't do that. Yeah, here's another Delta A321 right here. This one arrived in from Orlando, and it will be heading out to Boston, Logan. And all of our E action is right here. All of our E action is all in this lineup right here. We have the United Express E-175 on the bottom of your screen, operated by Mesa. This one arrived in from Washington Dulles and is on the turnaround, heading back out there. I've included this flight in so many airport updates now that it's kind of getting ridiculous. For the next update, I'm definitely going to try to mix up the time frame. I just have a special flight that I wanted to show off in this one. But I feel like I keep on saying that I'm going to mix up the time frame. We're going to make it sometime that's not in like the noonish time for the next update, because I'm doing way too many at this time frame. So we're going to make sure to not do that next time. Mix it up a little bit. Behind that one, we have the Air Canada Express CRJ900, operated by Jazz Aviation. This one arrived in from Toronto Pearson, and it will be heading out to Montreal. And then behind that one, we have the Alaska 737-900ER. And this one is arriving in from Seattle, Tacoma. And it will be heading back out to Seattle, turn around for this aircraft. So a nice little lineup right here of many different aircraft that you'll see here at the concourse. 3 of 4 airlines that you'll see here. So, yeah, nice little action right here. Very nice aircraft. I feel like I include these in so many updates, but they are very nice models, and it's good to see them back here at MSP. And here we have our Delta A350-900. This one has just finished the boarding process. Actually, this Jeopard should be pulling back just about now. You can see the baggage parts on the other side being pulled away from the aircraft. This one's about to be pushed back here. It'll be making the service out to Seoul Incheon, and also arrived in from there. Originally parked in the G concourse and was towed over here at some point, and now this one will be heading soon out to Seoul Incheon. Great to see that flight once again here represented on the Delta A350. And now to the other side of the F concourse here, we have the Delta 737-900 there on the left of your screen. This one arrived in from Los Angeles, LAX, and it'll be heading out to Detroit Metro. So some hub hopping right there for this Delta 737-900. The next down one here, we have this Delta A319, which arrived in from Pasco, and it will be heading out to Houston, although that one is also heading out on the 2nd. So I guess this one is also probably staying to do some repairs or whatever they're doing to this aircraft right here. But this one will be staying here overnight. So I guess that wouldn't really make sense that the catering truck is here now that I think about it, but we can just say that they're offloading the catering from the flight from Pasco, and so that doesn't like spoil or anything. And then next up here we have the Delta 737-800 filling in for a 737-900, just like in the last update. Yep, this is happening again. Yeah, probably gonna need to get that new Gemini Delta 737-900 that they just made. That's more money to go down the Delta rabbit hole. I mean, I was gonna get that one anyway, pretty much. I just really haven't gotten around to it yet. Wasn't the highest priority, but now that they are flying these back here to MSP, that will start to become a priority here, getting into the near future. So that will be another model I'll have to buy for Delta. I think I'm gonna focus on the UN75s and the A320s for the near future, but another 737-900 would be nice. But the 737-800 came in, filling in for 900, came in from Salt Lake City, and it'll be heading back out there, a turnaround for this aircraft. And here we have the Delta A321 in the thank you livery. This one arrived in from the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, or Red River Aviation's airport. And then this one will be making the flight out to Orlando MCO. And to finish off Terminal 1 here, we have this Delta 737-900. This one arrived in on a fun route from Sacramento, and it will be later making the flight out to Tampa, or TPA Spotter 11's airport. That'll do it for Terminal 1 here, but we still have some action here at Terminal 2 and taxiing aircraft, so we'll get to that right now. And now moving into Terminal 2, yes, we can see right here the Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Freedom 1 livery. This one is filling in for Tennessee 1, so that's pretty cool to see. Tennessee 1 flying in here. Do not have that model, unfortunately. Not my favorite state livery, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about it. Especially on the 800, it just feels like really stretched. Maybe I'll get Illinois 1 on the 800 though, but for now we'll use Freedom 1 for this flight rather. This one arrived in from Denver, and it will be heading out to Chicago Midway. And right here we have the regular livery Southwest 737-800, and these passengers are feeling sad that they missed out on the chance to fly on the special. This one arrived in from Baltimore, and it will be heading out to St. Louis. Now moving into the Sun Countries here, we have this 737-800 Transavia hybrid livery. This one arrived in from Baltimore, and it will be heading out to New Orleans. And now our final two Sun Countries here, we have on the bottom of your screen there the 737-800 in the old livery. This one arrived in from the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, also Red River Aviation's airport, and this one will be heading out to Las Vegas. Next down here we have the newer livery 737-800. The actual aircraft did have the 40 years of life, and this one does not. This one arrived in from Austin Bergstrom International Airport, and will be heading out to Portland, Maine. So nice way to conclude off Terminal 2 here. We have two more aircraft to get to before we conclude this airport update. And waiting to cross the runway here, we have the Sun Country 737-800. This would not happen in real life, actually, because there is a taxiway in between Terminal 2 and runway 12 right and 30 left. Although it's just in my replica, I was not able to fit that in. So this aircraft is just waiting to cross the runway right here before heading over to Terminal 2. This one just arrived in from Providence, Rhode Island, and it will be heading out to Tampa, Florida. And no foolin', here is the Etihad Airways 787-9. This is in the Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2020 livery. This livery does not, well, I mean, the 2020 version of it doesn't exist anymore, obviously. But we did get Etihad at MSP, not the 787. It was a 777-300 in the old livery, too. We did get Etihad in here, not the 787, but it was too good of an opportunity to pass up, and I do have this model, so I've not included this one in an airport update yet. So this is this one's first time. Here it is. So yeah, this one is arriving in from Abu Dhabi. This is just incredible. So this is coming in. It is a sports charter, believe it or not. It is coming to pick up the Minnesota Timberwolves NBA team, because apparently they're going to Dubai to play some preseason games. I'm not sure why. I did not know this was happening. I don't know why they're going to Dubai to play preseason games, but yeah, Timberwolves are going to be taking on this aircraft. This one is just touching down right now from Abu Dhabi, and then it'll be heading back out there later with the Timberwolves. That's so weird, but I guess it's just what's happening here. So that's very, very interesting right there. But glad to get this model in here. It has been a long time coming to get this one in an airport update, and here it is. Did not expect for it to come at MSP, of all places, but it showed up here, so here it is. So yeah, Abu Dhabi. That's pretty cool right there. Very unique aircraft to get in here at MSP. But yes, that'll do it for this airport update. Thank you all for checking this one out. This is update number 40 of MSP. I forgot to mention at the start, but thank you for 40 updates of MSP. This channel has been going for almost 2 years, and in those 2 years, we're gonna have over 40 updates. We might get even up close to 50 of this airport, and then including retro updates, there's like 3 more MSP updates. So, and then there's also the one that I did that was exclusively Delta. So 44 MSP updates, 40 of them canon, and then 3 retro, and then 1 all Delta, and that's a separate thing that we're doing here. But yeah, great. Thank you all so much for supporting this airport specifically, and this is the flagship airport of the channel, and always proves to be a very successful. When I post MSP updates, I guess that's not very surprising because my bigger airports tend to do a lot better in the ratings. But MSP, this one will always be here on the channel. This one's never going to go away. I know my airport turnover is very high, but this one is not going away. This one's staying on the channel for a while, and it is great to do it. And that will do it for this airport update. So thank you all for checking out this MSP update. Greatly appreciate the support, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.